Okay, moving on. I'm so excited to introduce our first guest on our Split channel. She has been an author Bessie for such a long time. Adrienne is co-writing a book with her, hopefully due this year, 2021, and she is an exception in her own being. Such a humble person and always so positive, no matter what she is going through. Welcome, Carlyle Labuschagne.
Hi, Judith and friends. Happy 2021. Just thank you for that compliment. So what do I plan for this year? I don't have a set plan because I think what it shows you out of 2020 is that anything can happen. So if you want to do something, do it now.
That is the spirit, girl. So, what are your wishes for this year?
I'm just gonna grab every opportunity I can because you never know when the opportunity is not there anymore, and you just need to live each day strong and one step at a time.
How are you doing, lady?
For 2020, it started off a bit rough. My mom had a heart attack, and then I ended up in the hospital. And my dad was very ill, but we got through it. It wasn't pleasant, but 2020 showed us that we are stronger than what we think we are.
I couldn't have said it better. Kudos to you for keeping your chin up and just push forward. Know that everything passes. It has to. It's like a law of change. So today, Carlyle, we are here to talk about your book, Infallible. One of our best romantic sellers in our store. What can the readers expect from Infallible?
Oh, thanks guys for telling me my makeup's all smudged. And now I'm on video with all smudged makeup. Anyway, happy 2021. Here we go again. And my book, Infallible, is a South African detective that gets work with the FBI. And she actually gets framed for a bombing and escape and helping a fugitive escape. It's a romantic suspense, and the guy is nothing that she would work with. She works down in the ground. He's got a suit, shiny shoes, and he doesn't really do street work. So she's a little bit really not interested in him at the least. He keeps on, he's really arrogant because he does look very handsome, like a GQ model. And everything from the day that they met just goes wrong. And she blames him because he's always in the way. And needless says, things go from there and spirals out of control. And who knows, they may kiss, they may make out. I don't know. Well, the name Infallible actually means you can take me down. I'm strong enough to hold. I hope you enjoy Infallible.
I love how you make this one sound. It was a fun book to read. I loved it, and it's one of my favorite titles from you. Moving on to your next title, I'm so excited for you. So I've heard that your newest title, A Beast So Beautiful, is going to be published via Crushing Hearts Black Butterflies, or CHBB for short. Tell us more about them as a publishing company and your experience with them. Like, take us on that journey in steps. What did you do to get signed with them?
You're asking about the new book deal I got with Crushing Hearts, Crushing Hearts, Black Butterflies. In short, it's a dark fantasy. It's kind of like a mix-up of Got and Sleeping Beauty and all this. So it's a fairy tale twist, but it is brutal. I would say it's a little bit of Beauty and the Beast. Some witches are in there, and some monsters are in there. Castle, historical romance. And I actually quite work well with them, although we haven't published yet. We're looking at the 20th of this month to do a cover reveal of A Beast So Beautiful. And with that, we put up a pre-order link. And we'll start our campaign as April will be the date released
What is BitMad?
BitMad is a competition on Twitter where aspiring authors or is it trampling on my mouth? You guys suck. I think you have it in for me. Anyway, so I entered the first 140 characters into Twitter, and you add BitMad, and they have it like 2 or 3 times a year where the agents then check out the hashtag BitMad, and if they like it, it means that you need to get hold of them, and you then send in your query. I didn't quite get the feedback I wanted, but it's good. I never regret anything that's happened. We have to walk the path and say thank you if I didn't get the contract, or thank you if that door was closed, because maybe something more opens up for us. So I would encourage every author to just try BitMad to see how good you are with your hook and your lines.
What is the piece so beautiful about?
I'm probably repeating me a bit, but you see, I'm so nervous. Isabella, what is Be So Beautiful about? It's about a prince that gets conceived through magic because the king and queen, the queen is barren. And Rurith Kingdom needs an heir, and unfortunately when Prince Leif comes to be born as his heir, there's something wrong with him, and something happens. The queen dies, and the kingdom is heavily it's heavenly too. It's heavily bringing the kingdom to its knees. It needs a queen, it needs an alliance. And the king then takes his son and puts him in a tower and blames Prince Leif for the death of his queen. And from there, he's kind of like turns into a monster like Jekyll and Hyde. When they take him on his first outing, his father starts a plot to kill him. Or he also has the plot to make him give away his bride, and he can rather than make an heir of his own without needing Prince Leif.
Sounds super amazing. Can't wait. Okay, moving on. Let's talk a bit about Veiled. It's a paranormal type of crime novel, as she got the heart of a serial killer and she saw visions of his latest victims in the novel. Veiled is the follow-up. A version of it was in the Notorious Minds box set. When are you planning on publishing the extended, or how we like to call them, a new and improved version of
I can't believe I'm still so nervous. I'm like saying wrong things and pulling faces. I watch myself in interviews and in newspaper articles, and then I look at myself and I'm like, wow, I do have 101 different facial features that I pull every time I have an interview. You asked me about Veiled, which is part 2 of Tethered. It is about a girl who gets a heart transplant off the black market, and this heart belongs to a serial killer. So in Tethered, she kind of has visions of the murders that he created. She helps the FBI to solve the mystery of the Devil's Breath killer, and she also brings down organ donors on the black market. It is kind of like a crime, a paranormal crime, and Veiled is the next book coming out. I was writing that book last year, but unfortunately things happened, and I would say about 6 months out of 2020 was chaos. So I'm glad I got the start of 3 or 4 books going, and I'm hoping I can carry on. And I'm actually very appreciative about you guys being so into Tethered. I do know that is one of a lot of my fans' favorite book. I do think I grew in that book. My writing became more constructive and it just flowed better.
Veiled is the follow-up on Tethered, right? That's what I said. Whatever, we need to make it clear that it is the follow-up on Tethered.
Guys, crack me up. Hey.
Thank you for watching our latest episode on the Split channel. And if you liked it, please press the like button, the thumbs up one. If you have any comments on today's episode, please add it into the comments below. We will definitely address it in one of the episodes, promise. And subscribe if you don't want to miss out on episodes that still has to come. We've got a great lineup of guests, and believe me, you do not want to miss it. It's going to be super fun, and it's going to be funny, and it's going just to make your day. So please come join us and subscribe to the Split channel. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.